So we've been thinking about like the use of objectification in advertisements and stuff, and we were thinking that if it was to be a piece, that it'd sort of be aimed to the 13 to 15 year like age group.
Can you justify why?
Yeah, we were thinking about things like to do with self-image and how that age is where you start to reach puberty and you start becoming a lot more aware of your world.
Mm-hmm.
And like you're finding yourself a lot more in that sort of age group. Like your parents stop dressing you and you have a lot more choice in like what you wear and how you spend your money and things like that. So you become a lot more aware of like how adverts influence you. So
Okay.
you see a trainer advert and then you're like, I'm going to get those trainers, and you make that decision. It's not your parents that have made that decision for you.
Okay.
But yeah, that leads on to the fact that media has a big sort of influence on people that age, which is what we sort of wanted to look at, because everything in the media nowadays is like it's photoshopped, it's perfect, you know, like we were talking about earlier, the Dove adverts where it's like the perfect woman has like smooth skin and stuff, but that's not really the case and stuff. So we wanted to look at how that influences people of this age as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then going from that, you can look into celebrity culture and then see how many bigger celebrities do you see in like magazines, because at that age I was reading magazines and looking, and if you see a bigger woman, in the magazines they're slagged off for it. It's not a good thing, it's a bad thing. Like you'll see them like when like 2 years ago a size 8, and then you'll see them 2 years later like a size 16. Like you don't know what's happened. Like they could be comfortable, and then obviously that influences that all girls should be skinny, and the same for men.
Like when you're that age, that's when you sort of start to learn about stereotypes and objectification. Like body type and clothing and image doesn't really affect you until you sort of get to that sort of puberty age, and everything starts to become important and worries you way more than it should do, like what you look like.
So you've identified the target audience, which is fab. How would you meet how does it meet, do you think, their educational needs, this sort of thing? Why is it good for their education?
I think it's just a way of showing that not everyone's the same, and like just trying to educate that what you read in a magazine isn't always 100% true, or social media, like a photo that someone's uploaded isn't necessarily what they've done. They might have photoshopped it, or just showing that it's not, there's more behind what you see, like there's more to a book than the cover.
Okay. Anyone else want to add anything to that? Did you have any ideas for how you might actually approach the subject theatrically, or had you not got to that part yet?
Not really.
Okay, not a problem.